Hey guys, this is Super Review Show for another episode of Rock Talk. This is a show where I break down albums that have anniversaries, that have, just the album is just that good. You should have to check out this album no matter what by this artist as he's on tour. He's been on tour for all year so far in the year of 2023. But today we're going to be discussing, as we did back in January, we talked about his debut album. Today we're talking about, November 5th, 2023, we'll be talking about Bruce Springsteen's The Wild, the Innocent, and the E Street Shuffle. Long title for an album. Don't get me wrong, it's long. The Wild, the Innocent, and the E Street Shuffle. Long title. Shortly abbreviated to The Wild and the Innocent. One of my favorite albums of his, truthfully. He's been playing the E Street Shuffle on tour at this point now. We just saw him back in September. He was great. Best show, for full disclosure, the best show on earth. The best concert going experience you could ever have is a Bruce Springsteen concert. If you haven't seen him on your tour yet, on this tour, or in general, get out there and get tickets if you can. I was lucky enough to get tickets back in February, and I went in, and we had a wonderful time at the show. Just saying. It's all over our social media pages as well. Just saying. But yeah, Bruce Springsteen, the best live band to go see. No matter what people think, it's still the best live band to go see. Whatever you think, it's Bruce Springsteen. Just saying. Let's start off with the track listing, shall we? The E Street Shuffle. 4th of July, Asbury Park, Sandy. Two great songs back to back. E Street Shuffle is very like its own thing kind of thing. It's like it is the E Street Shuffle. It's a very strange song, but it's really cool. 4th of July, Asbury Park is about the beach and the boardwalk in Asbury. This is a very New Jersey centric album. This is a New Jersey centric album that he wanted to make. Kitty's Back is a good God. Kitty's Back was a 14-minute song live the first time I heard about it. I was like, what? 14 minutes live? Oh my God. We did hear it live. He started playing it on his River Tour, his 2023 tour, and when he was still in arenas, you know what I mean? And like hockey arenas and basketball arenas. But yeah, it's a really great song. It's one of the E Street Band's best live songs, truthfully. Wild Billy's Circus Story is a very good, great deep cut of his. It's a great song. Side 2 of this album, you got to remember too, it's 1973. He's trying to write songs that are similar to New York City. I mean, he's from New Jersey, yes, but he's from North New Jersey. And he could go to the city whenever he could, depending on which way you look at it. But with songs like Incident on 57th Street, which is a song about New York City. I mean, it's kind of like a long bridge ballad song that has many different parts to it. It's a long song, but it does great work for him because it's about New York City. And then it segues directly into Rosalita Came Out Tonight, one of the staples of his live show. It was so great to hear that song live again on his tour. Thank God. Oh my God. So happy to see that song live. It's a great song to witness live. It's such a great song in general. And New York City Serenade is... When I first saw him, the very first time I saw him was in 2016 now. I saw him back on the River Tour, and he open up with New York City Serenade. I was surprised he did, because he had the strings on stage, and he had all this stuff, and he was like, oh my God. At first I was like, what is this? Because I never heard it before, and then I went back and looked it over. I'm like, this is a great song. Why did I not know about this? So... Side 2 is kind of a homage to New York City in the 70s, especially like Incident on 57th Street. New York City Serenade is about, like, the line goes like, it's midnight in Manhattan. There's no time to get cute. It's a Mad Dog's Promenade, so walk tall. There's the great lines in that song, New York City Serenade, and it's a really long, it's his longest song. It's like 9 minutes and 35, 9 minutes and 40 seconds. It's a long song, but it's a really great cut. One of his best. It's probably his last jazz influenced song too, because based on the piano intro of it alone, it's pretty cool. But yeah, great song. This is the E Street Band back in the day. Before we got different lineups with Max Weinberg and Roy Bittan. That was the E Street Band at the time with David Sanchez and Vinny Mad Dog Lopez. Clarence Clemens was in the band still. So the E Street Band went through a lot of changes, truthfully, over time, because Clarence passed away. Danny Federici died. A lot of the band members are dead, or they just left. But this is one of his best albums that he released early on in his career. And it's just great songs. There's really great, some longer songs, truthfully, but if you're into longer songs, this is definitely an album to get into, because there's a lot of songs in here that are just are kind of ballady or long that are really, really, really great, and they don't get a lot of light on radio, truthfully, at all. Truthfully, I mean, if you have satellite, they play on Eastern radio every 5 minutes. But these are just some great songs to get into, especially New York City Serenade. And Rosalita Come Out Tonight was a staple of the live performances of his shows. One of the best show performances of his career. One of the best songs of his career, too. But yeah, so basically this album is just... It's just a great album. I mean, the next step was Born to Run, which is one of the best albums of all time. It's in high regards to so many people. It's one of the best recorded albums, one of the best songs. Some of those songs are still played on rock radio today. Great songs. This was the stepping stone to that. So if you want to go back even further to 1973, you have a reason to by watching the video. But anyways, happy 50th anniversary. Today, November 5th, to The Wildly Innocent and the E Street Shuffle. This is a great album to get into. If you like Bruce Springsteen enough to actually experiment around with some of his older stuff, like older than Born to Run, check it out. This is a good reason why. You won't regret it. You might not like some of the songs, but that's okay, because the side two brings you back in. Like, oh, that's where Bruce is. I know where that is now. But yeah, overall great stuff. What do you think about this? So happy 50th anniversary to The Wildly Innocent and the E Street Shuffle. Hard to believe. It's been that long. But Rosalita Comes Out Tonight turns 50. Wow. Hard to believe. Anyways, I digress. What do you guys think? Have you heard this album? Are you a Jersey fan? Have you heard Bruce Springsteen's music before? Jump down in the comment section. We'll share your thoughts on this video as well. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And don't forget to follow us on our social media pages as well. Simply at The Super Review Show on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Follow us on there and like us on there. Thanks so much for watching. But for all of your episodes of Rock Talk, keep it locked on The Super Review Show. The J-Man is off to rock, and we'll see you guys later.